Well, I'm nervous too, but I do want to share about the Baptist Foundation. I totally agree with what she has said. The Baptist Foundation has helped me tremendously. But I'm going to go back to my childhood, and I first learned about investing with my mom and dad, John and Ruby Hoback. I was 6 months old when we moved to Carlinville, Illinois, from Cape Girardeau, Missouri, and where they joined Emmanuel Baptist Church and became a part of that church for 70 years. And we attended there, and we sat on the south side of the church. We had our own pew. We sat as a family because we didn't have children's church in those days. But we grew up in a Sears catalog home in Carlinville. And years later, Dad was telling us about how they bought the carpet in the living room when they needed some new carpet. And he said that they had used some money that they had invested from some earnings that he had from 2 grocery stores, one in Carlinville and later one in Litchfield. And then, knowing my dad, that he would have used the money that his investment had made, and then he would have left the rest of it in there to continue to grow. And this also helped my brother and my sister and myself go to college. And then Thurman and I married in 1978, and for years we talked about saving and investing and making a will. And we had a family, but we never seemed to have enough money at the end of the month to make those decisions. So it was just easier just to keep on with life and not do anything. We did tithe. That was very important to us. We knew that God would, he always blessed. And but we grew up tithing, and I was, even as a child, was convicted. I mean, I know a lot of pastors say, don't like to do it from the pulpit, but that's where I learned to tithe. Was sitting and listening to sermons, and the pastor talking about tithing and what I should do with my just a little allowance. And then Thurman, we were active in the Macoupin Association, and also when we moved to Morgan County with Lincoln Avenue Baptist Church with the Sandy Creek Association. And Doug would come and talk, and we would listen to what he had to say about this foundation. And as we were getting older and just more concerned about not having made decisions, we finally made that decision to talk with Doug and see what we needed to do to make, especially what caught our attention was that he could help us make a will. And so he came to our house. We made a small investment with the Baptist Foundation, and that he could help us get started. And then this was also very important to Thurman, as he was on the board for several years, and it was very special to him. It was he loved the new friends that he had made, and through people throughout the state being on that board. And it was just, and then he would even take time out of our floor at the time. I would stay down there, but there were a couple times he actually flew home so that he would not miss anything that the board was doing. He wanted to be active, and he was on the board. He wanted to be there. And then after my mom's passing in 2021, there was some money that was going to be divided between my brother and sister and myself. And with my share, we tithed, and Thurman insisted that we begin a scholarship fund in John and Ruby Hoback's name to help the students with college and seminary expenses. And then Doug helped us through helped us think through our investments with our money and how to designate percentages to our family, our grandchildren, and the Baptist ministries that we had always given to all of our lives through the Lottie Moon Christmas offering, the Annie Armstrong, the state offering, camps, and things that we could continue to give even though we were no longer here. And all these services and advice were free, and it was such a relief to know that we had finally had a plan. And since Thurman's passing last December, Doug and Sheila and Ken have been a tremendous blessing to myself to help with our financial decisions and just checking up on me. They're such a blessing, and I can't say enough about the Baptist Foundation and how they care about people and how they can help you to make investments and to use your money wisely. There are times he would help me put money where I can get a hold of it if I need it right away, and then I have other monies that he has that we put in longer investments to have a larger percentage of investment to come back. And so they've just been a tremendous help and a blessing to me.